wanted to take the time to review Qwilt's Open Edge Cloud platform and the two main components that make up our complete solution. The first component is QC, which is Qwilt's cloud-based connectivity platform that acts as the gateway between the publisher ecosystem and the service provider infrastructure. So what we have in this diagram, if we start at the bottom, is we have multiple service providers. Each of them has an edge cloud infrastructure, which is common compute infrastructure. And this edge cloud infrastructure hosts multiple QN nodes, which are software that are deployed on top of this infrastructure. Each of the QN nodes has a secure connection for management and configuration, where we run an API for collecting telemetry information to configure and provision and monitor each of the QN nodes. On the northbound side, QC also projects an open API towards the publisher ecosystems, both content providers as well as commercial CDNs. Through this open API, the publisher ecosystem is able to discover which assets are available for their use in the individual service provider. So this can be a customer that's in service provider A. This content provider may be able to leverage edge cloud resources that are very close to this consumer. Through this open API, large content providers that have their own CDNs or CDNs that are commercial CDNs can actually discover which resources are available and ready for use in the individual service providers. They can then create delegation rules for their content to be delivered by these edge QN nodes, and then the flow would typically involve content acquisition that would be performed from the QN nodes to the CDNs, and then later on the QN nodes can actually deliver the content at close proximity to where the users are. While the QN nodes enable content providers to get very low latency delivery for their consumers, QC acts as the brains of the operation and both enables API services as well as management services for the individual service provider. What this means is that each service provider has a secluded, secure portal that allows them to administer and provision each of the QN nodes that are deployed on top of the hardware resources they already have in their own network. Some of the functions that QC provides to the entire ecosystem are discovery, control, logging, analytics, and finally request routing, all together working to enable delegation of content from the publisher ecosystem all the way down to the edge cloud. If you zoom out from this image and look at what this looks like on a global scale, we have a collection of distributed edge cloud resources between many different service providers that create a massive scale for content delivery that can be used by any publisher out there.